Several leagues reached their conclusions this weekend, and several players said their goodbyes after loan spells, but there's still plenty of football to be played. We'll start at Vitesse, who have a lot still to play for. Headliners their final league fixture of the season away to Willem II saw them fighting for position in the Eredivisie's Europa League playoff race. They'd already qualified by virtue of their thrashing of Twente last week, but the exact seedings were still up for grabs, and the 2-2 draw saw them finish 6th and set up a two-legged semi-final against Ado Den Haag, with the winner facing Utrecht or Heerenveen. Twice coming from behind, Matt Miazga scored the first equalizer, whilst Mason Mount laid on the second for Tim Matavs with a nice cross from the right. It was his 8th assist of the season, lifting him into the league's top 10 creators. Fankati Daba was an unused substitute. Soccer ball, Vitesse Komt Weerop, Jellica Hoogte. Miazga Kop de Arnhemmers Weer Naast Willem II, 1-1. Whilst the 22-year-old midfielder wasn't as dominant as he had been against Leicester City last time out, he was still an important figure in clinching another 3 points that ensured the Eagles avoided relegation. The drop is still very much a concern for Tammy Abraham and Swansea though, and the big forward played half an hour from the bench in their 1-0 defeat against Bournemouth, making Tuesday's fixture against fellow strugglers Southampton as an absolute must-win. Kennedy played all of Newcastle's 2-1 defeat away to his former club Watford. Championship Fulham's 23-game unbeaten run came to a halt on the final day. Their 3-1 defeat at Birmingham ensured Cardiff City joined Wolves in earning promotion to the Premier League, and consigned Tomas Kalas and Lucas Piazon to the playoffs. Piazon played 63 minutes, but Kalas was an unused substitute, and there was no Jeremy Boga for the hosts either. Hull's efforts to pull themselves clear of relegation before the climax to the campaign were very impressive and meant they could go into their last match at Brentford in a relaxed mood. Fikayo Tomori and Michael Hector played 90 minutes whilst Olena came on after just 8 minutes, replacing the injured Andre Mazic, to make it a positive end to the year for the Blues trio. Unfortunately, the same could not be said for Jamal Blackman and Sheffield United, as the big goalkeeper was allowed to return to Chelsea early instead of getting the chance to say his farewells to a fan base that, by and large, would like to see him return on a permanent basis. Casey Palmer and Jay Clark-Salter were unused substitutes for Derby and Sunderland respectively, whilst the League One Jay De Silva and Charlton are playoff-bound despite their 1-0 defeat to Rockdale in Saturday's 46th and final league game, and now face Shrewsbury Town over 2 legs for the right to play at Wembley. Todd Kane played all of Oxford's defeat to his former club Blackburn, whilst Jordan Houghton signed off at Doncaster by playing every minute of their last 2 games against Wimbledon and Wigan. Ike Akudugbo was an unused substitute for Milton Keynes. League Two Brad Collins returned from a concussion and forced absence to feature in Forest Green Rovers' 3-0 defeat at the hands of Grimsby. Returning to Chelsea next week, he refused to rule out a possible return to the new lawn next season. Reaction: goalkeeper at Brad Collins 5 thanks the fans following his return to parent club at Chelsea FC and doesn't rule out a return to the new lawn. Speech balloon, https://t.co/agent1eb5dpic.twitter.com/merle6nsqjg, Forest Green Rovers, @FGRFC_official, May 6, 2018 Netherlands. Marco van Ginkel returned for PSV after a fortnight off as they brought the curtain down on their title-winning Eredivisie campaign with a goalless draw at home to Groningen. A Chelsea future looks unlikely, with clubs lining up for his services after a goal-filled season, and Chelsea loan manager Eddie Newton reflecting on his immediate future. Eddie Newton playing it coy on Marco van Ginkel's future: "That is of course between us and the player. It is clear that Marco has been in the spotlight and that there are several clubs that are interested in him." Belgium Victoria Nangban played the second half of Waasland Beverin's 3-2 win over Mouscron, but they remain bottom of their Europa League playoff qualification group. Germany Baba Rahman was named in the Schalke squad for the first time since joining on loan in January, but was an unused substitute, and will look towards their finale next weekend to get a few minutes on the pitch for the first time in more than a year. Michy Batshuayi's season is, of course, over. Spain Josemar Quintero was an unused substitute as Betis Deportivo were relegated against Badajoz. Portugal Nathan played 34 minutes as Belenenses beat Portimonense 3-2. Scotland Charlie Musonda was not involved for Celtic yet again, and manager Brendan Rodgers, after brushing off concerns about his diminished playing time earlier in the week, revealed that the Belgian has returned to Cobham for treatment on a shoulder injury, a conveniently timed development for all involved. Turkey Kenneth O'Mara was an unused substitute as Kasim Pasha won 5-2 away to 9-man Trabzonspor. Russia Mario Pasalic played in the middle of a back three as Spartak Moscow beat Rostov 2-0 on Saturday. He was rather pleased with how he played in such an unfamiliar position. Serbia Danilo Pantic played 90 minutes as Partizan drew 2-2 at home to Napredak. Ireland Mitchell Beanie was in goal as Sligo lost 2-1 at home to Bohemians. Statistics started July 15, updated May 17.